Hello crypto lovers, developers, traders and investors. Hello everyone from Istanbul. I will jump to the topic right away without taking any time. I will make this video in Turkish as well as after this. What audience is this video for? This video is mostly for crypto experts, developers and engineers. Afterwards, I will make how to install and use BTC Web Wallet over main chain for power users, traders, and investors for non-technical people. But now this video is pretty sure for advanced Bitcoin users, software engineers, and developers. I want to mention today about BTC Web Wallet user interface, open source project that I was developing since 6 months, time to time, basically for a power user. This tool is a cold wallet solution like Bitcoin Core and many others. As you would maybe know about the official Bitcoin client, this Bitcoin Core, and it's distributed officially at the Bitcoin org. Let's see. If you walk to the Bitcoin org, you can choose your wallet. Basically, this we will skip the helper because it helps many steps to the user, but we will download a desktop application for everyone. As you may see, Bitcoin Core is supported for every systems like macOS, Linux, and Windows. You can download this client. It looks like this, and so available for everyone. We can also see how it is looking for people interested about this. Yeah, this kind of user interface it has. It shows your balances. It can send and receive money, Bitcoin, over between cold wallets, wallets of marketplaces, anywhere you want to send and receive, you can use it. It's the oldest and the official one. So it's written in C++ Qt on top of Bitcoin CLI. It's a kind of cross-platform open source application. It's available for also ARM Linux CPU devices and so on. But it's not so extensible and have some kind of disadvantages if you know and use it. First of all, it's a desktop application and you will need a desktop computer to use it. Yeah, there are many mobile wallets and cloud wallets, but then you compromise your security, as you may imagine and know. So in this project, I am using a Bitcoin CLI, which comes with Bitcoin Core, by the way. On top of the CLI layer, I developed a web user interface instead of classic Bitcoin Qt user interface. This web user interface is communicating with Bitcoin CLI through JsonRPC. First glance, let me show the GitHub page of this project. If you go inside this link, by the way, under the video, I will share the link of this project. And never mind taking notes. BTC Web Wallet is basically user interface depending on Bitcoin Core application and JsonRPC 1.0. This application can be used as a manager UI to your Bitcoin node, hot or cold wallet management purposes with a bootstrap powered, nice looking HTML UI. This project is intended to create good UX and secure Bitcoin cold and hot wallet usage. For installation, as you can see, I am using macOS here. So we will walk through this a little bit. Then I will explain app settings and Bitcoin config file. It's a little bit different than Bitcoin Core, but more advanced. First of all, you should, if you are in macOS, please install the homebrew with a one-liner. It's here. You can copy and paste to the terminal. After that, if you are not installed already, but I'm imagining it's installed already, you can install with this one-liner command below, install Bitcoin, the Bitcoin client into your computer. The default, the daemon service will be located here, and I will mention that in this user interface application we will show the daemon service where it's located, so user interface can find out the daemon service and make it up and running. By the way, I will next come up to the app settings and Bitcoin config files and about Bitcoin daemon manual pages. So the .NET Core is essential because this project, as you may observe, I'm using .NET 6 MVC. Let me walk through the setup of this. This one-liner command also will install in your macOS or Linux computer the .NET Core. You should also install the Git to clone this project. As you know, you can click here and click here and copy the link of this project and clone it to your computer. And it's easy. If you clone it, you got it. You can .NET run, restore, build, and it will pop up in your localhost at the port of 9999. So in the tech stack, I'm using Bitcoin Core, .NET Core 6, MVC web application with Razor pages, jQuery, and Bootstrap. So it is. Let's see where it is located. My BTC Web Wallet is located here. I am using as an editor Visual Studio Code. I also advise you to use it, but it's not forced. You can use any editor you want because it's open source now. Yeah. The two files, Bitcoin config and app settings files, are important because in the app settings file, the endpoint. By the way, the Windows I walked through of the Linux and macOS installation because I'm using a macOS. In Windows, it's pretty same. In the PowerShell, you can imagine. Also, we can make a video about it, but you can imagine in Windows it's very easy to install. So, by the way, I have created the development application settings for Windows separately. I will explain in the future why I am doing this. So in the app settings development JSON, there is the endpoint, the port 9999, the localhost, and logging mechanism. So there must be a section called RPC. I am not using the RPC variables in the app setting Bitcoin config file. I push it externally. I will explain in the future why I am doing this. So my RPC is like this because the Bitcoin will run locally. The bind IP is locally. The port is this and a user password. So it will allow the IP localhost. The wallet settings unlock timeout should be given because after the wallet passphrase entrance there should be a timeout. Yeah, this can be configurable and changed here. So it is. There is the Bitcoin settings, the executable path. This application will execute the Bitcoin core daemon services as well as the user interface. If you shut down your user interface, it will shut down the Bitcoin node. Anyway, you can reverse the system, but for a power user, they don't use this Bitcoin daemon service as a full node. They will use just for send and receive purposes. So the executable path is presented here and will be executed within the user interface. So the config also it needs a config file, Bitcoin config file. You can leave it empty. If you leave it empty, the default values will be represented. So the wallet path, it's important because you can also, this is a web application, you can use it in a private network, you can use it in public network. The test data and test wallet folders is under the application, so you can give a relative path to your application, like here. The test data will be the chain data, the test wallet data is now the wallets in my computer. So this is the app settings, the development settings. So we will come to the Bitcoin test config. I have changed the test config a little bit. I will explain why. App settings and config file. For this POC video purpose, fully I will run in reg test chain, as you can see here. Why I'm do this, which is a private chain with just one node in my local computer without any kind of confirmation for miners. I'm reducing the power and resources to test the blockchain network to minimal. So I have set different kind of values. It's a listen, it's a it's prune, so it's not disabling the wallets. I have set the fallback fee. Yeah. Anyway, Bitcoin config files and how to arrange it. It's very well documented in the developer section of Bitcoin Core. Sorry, Bitcoin org. Yeah. Yes, this link, developer guides. There is lots of information here. P2P network, mining, payment processing, wallets, contracts. The most important is RPC API reference. So this project is mostly based on this documentation and the blockchain. Yeah, it's explained very well here. Like if you go to the P2P network, you can see what is mainnet, what is testnet, what is reg test. So every protocol is represented here. Too much technical. I won't mention this kind of technical things in this video, but you can play it back and forth as you want. So then let's start this and how the user interface is looking. By the way, you can also start this in debug mode, in terminal, release mode, whatever you want. Yeah, now it's running in the localhost. As you can see, first of all, I will mention this is a multi-language. I have created the Turkish one and the English one, but in the future, all the world languages will be implemented. It gives in the dashboard many wallets, Bitcoin wallets doesn't give this kind of status. Maybe the miner user interfaces gives that, but not wallets for power users. It gives the blockchain status. You can verify the chain. You can see the network status, which network you are connected on. You can see the soft forks. You can see this is the dashboard. In the future, many dashboards can be presented because we are using JavaScript, C# and web applications mostly. So the wallets, I have many wallets created for test purposes. You can also create your wallet from here. You can call it POC wallet. We can give a passphrase like 1234556. We can confirm it and we will create it. Yes, now we have the POC wallet also. And we will go inside our POC wallet. Yes, we can unlock it with the password. Now it's unlocked. We can dump the wallet, we can back up the wallet, we can send money because we don't have right now. It shows three type of balances. Anyway, this project shows very detailed information about the wallet. Most wallets in out there doesn't give this kind of information. It's very detailed. It's very technical. You don't have just one balance in your wallet. There are trusted balance, untrusted pending balance. It will be in the mempool. Maybe someone is sending money to you, and immature balances. Also, yeah, about the wallet, the information, very technical. You can deep dive. Now, for POC purposes, we will create a, yeah, also it can import private keys like this. It can import, yeah, most of the this project is not implemented right now, but the basic inbound and outbound Bitcoin send and receive functionality is out there. It covers mostly for every user that sends and receive Bitcoin for a cold wallet. There are details that still is on the implementation phase, but mostly is implemented. We can create a new address. Maybe we can create a bench 32 address, and we can call donations. Yeah, we added. Now we have address for donations and no transactions in it. Actually, for this video, we can send from our test wallet. We will enter the password from our test wallet, some bitcoins to the, yeah, I have tested lots of things here, like this. The private keys can be shown, the public keys are here. This is send and receive addresses. Those are transactions that I made internally, of course, internally. Those are not actual transactions. This is a test transaction. This is not even the the test chain of Bitcoin. This is the chain in my computer. It's pretty fake. You can do this with this also for testing and development purposes. So now we will install 50 bitcoins to our test wallet to be sending. You can deep dive to the command structure of the Bitcoin CLI, Common Language Interface. With these parameters, generate to address 101, and you will give your address BCRT and end with YJ. This should be an address from your wallet. Actually, it's address from test wallet 0, isn't it? How did it? It's starting. It's starting BCRT1, and add with YJ. This one. Yeah. Yeah, we will send from the miner. We will simulate the mining phase and make this work. So I think if we refresh this test wallet now, it should have, okay, we will copy an address like this, and we will send 50 bitcoins to this address. Yeah, now we will check our wallet, refresh it. Yeah, oh, now we have 50 550 5050 bitcoins. Okay, just for test purposes. This wallet is very rich. So we go to the wallets, we go to the POC wallet, we will copy the public key of the POC wallet, we go to the test wallet 0 again and send to this address. Yeah, amount of I think 10 bitcoins we can send, and in a command POC transaction and POC user. Yeah, we will send it. Yeah, now it's sent. We will go back to the wallets. We go back to the POC wallet, and we will see untrusted pending 10 bitcoins is incoming right now. Yes, it's replaceable. It's not trusted right now. We will generate another mining operation. After a mining operation, the blocks are moved. I think now it will be trusted balance. Yeah, now it's a trusted balance. Yeah, the transaction is here. So it is. By the way, we can also dump the wallet. No. We can, yeah, it's dumped here. And we will see how it's working. So it is a wallet dump, and with the private keys and all the transactions, we can move along this wallet and other wallets. If you click shutdown, it will shut down and stop everything. So in the log you can see the Bitcoin daemon services also stopped with your user interface too. So about this, let's dive in a little bit into the code. As I mentioned about this is a .NET Core 6 MVC application, can be hosted locally, private or public networks in servers. User interface is Bootstrap 5. If you want, I will show it this. You can also see it. Yeah, in the code we are using Bootstrap. It's stuck. In the heart of the application, an RPC client is implemented. So with the information in the app settings, as I have shown to you, the RPC client is initiated, so the UI controls could send commands to the Bitcoin CLI. This is the by the way, this is the implementation of the RPC client, and it's very easy. It's this kind of things, and every method out there it's implemented like this: response request, response request. So this is the interface of it is. Yeah, a network request is arranged, and the method name will be actually this. RPC request is basically a JsonRPC request with parameters. It's serializable. It's serialized into the necessary input for JSON. So when a request is made, a response will be popped up. So the network info response will be a response of network info result. Network info result, this kind of parameters will be turned back. So a network info response is represented in the user interface, like here. It calls one reference. Look at this. In the index of the controller, the home controller, a network info response call is made, and if there is an error, and it will represent the error. If there is not, it will fill up the view models. So it is very basic architecture of MVC. By the way, these commands and actually the basic commands are implemented like verify chain, wallet info, wallet passphrase, get balances, create a new address, labels, transactions, send to address, which is actually sending the money, private key, importing and exporting. This kind of basic structures are implemented. By the way, the command list can be found in the developers of Bitcoin.org. Here it is. The whole command list is under the RPC API reference. Yeah, as you can see, the wallet RPCs are here. Get address info, encrypt wallet, dump wallet, which is implemented already. It needs to be implemented because this is an open project, open source project. There are missing parts in it. Yeah. So the minimum viable necessary commands to having a wallet that can be sent and receive bitcoins are implemented by me. Other abilities and features are in the roadmap and will be implemented. So this wallet project could be a rival for Bitcoin Core UI, Qt UI, and much more. Now we come to the actual purpose of this video. This project needs backend developers, front-end developers, backend developers, front-end developers, testers, users, crypto lovers, Bitcoin users, and hodlers. Any help and pull request is much appreciated. What could be the fields here? What could be the fields? The documentation, first of all. Anyone can create documentation for every level of user, beginner to advanced, even for core developers. It's much appreciated. Multi-language support, as you can see, we left it, but if I can, no, it's not possible. I will show it in the code. Look into the resources. There are TR resources, which is Turkish. There are, you can see Turkish resources here, like gösterge paneli. You can see the normal layout resources it's in English, wallet, shutdown, privacy, dashboard, the English keywords. So these files can be edited. It could be easily open in text editor and could be translated. What others? Community events and tools like managers for Discord channel. We don't have any Discord channel right now. We need to. YouTube videos and events like organizer for EMAs. This kind of guys I am needing. DevOps engineers. We can create a CI, continuous integration together. Of course, C# developers because it's a it's a .NET Core application. JavaScript developers, it's a web application. Project managers that could make the idea grow, manage and stick to the roadmap. Actually, the roadmap could be organic here. Now, since we are using web technologies instead of desktop Qt++, new and interesting features can be presented. For example, anywhere there is BTC amount is presented, a JavaScript user control could be developed, very small control, that shows the amount in dollars or more to that in local currency because we have multi-language support. Also, we can have multi-currency support here. On the other hand, this wallet UI can be extended via plugins like e-commerce, shopping charts. Whole app can be turned into a point of sale. Who knows? Missing and necessary RPC commands should be implemented also, as I have shown in RPC API reference in the Bitcoin, and many more things that right now I can't imagine that maybe you can. Let's clone this project today, develop something. for this and help us the future to be unbanked, freed from the institutions. I hope your help and this project will serve the true purpose of the crypto, Bitcoin, and the idea of Satoshi Nakamoto and Szabo. I'm waiting pull requests from everyone. Anything to ask about this, you could comment of this video or you can ask via GitHub. Thank you all.